No.
How you guys doing? All right, ready to rock and roll. Happy Father's Day. Let's get it going. All right, let's do this shit. Let's do it. How did everybody do today? I sucked, of course. But today, what I'm going to do is I'll just go over the games for tomorrow, baseball. And I'm not going to go as hard as I usually do, picking all of the games or picking 5 to 6 and going for the big money because we need to recruit, don't we, guys? So we need to try to get some money, get this bank built back up, and that's how we'll do it. How's that sound? Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's nice and warm, a little muggy, but it's all good, baby. It's all good. No, I sucked. Straight up yesterday, I sucked. I was terrible. I was horrible. But guess what? Not today. We're going to do it right. We're going to get it right. And we're going to slow down just a little bit. Take our feet off the gas just a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. It's good. It's good. Smuggy, man. All right. I'm going to go over our scores for today, what I did, what I called for today. But guess what? I mean, nobody did anything, right? Nobody. Because guess what? I didn't do anything, so I know you didn't. Maybe you guys did. Maybe you kind of took off a little bit, or you added, whatever it was. Hopefully it was good. I picked San Diego. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I got to eat one more piece of this chocolate cake. It's good. A Father's Day hookup. All right, let's get it on. How did we do today? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. It was the Tigers that got us. I mean, when I see the first game is shot, I already know it's time to go back to the drawing board. Worst thing ever. I picked Colorado today. They won, but the Tigers lost. Now watch this. How is it the Tigers lose, best record in baseball? I don't know about today, but best record in baseball, but they lose, Colorado wins. It's like what I told you. When you're dealing with a team like Colorado, they're very volatile. But today they came through. And when you're dealing with a team like the Tigers who's winning, it's not volatile. They just win. But when you pick a long parlay, that's what happens sometimes. You lose. And sometimes you lose big. And, for the last 2 days, that's what happened here. So I just can't believe Colorado won. I did pick Colorado to win, right? I picked Colorado. And guess what? They came through. These guys came through like champs. But who gets the GOAT award? It's got to be the Tigers. It's got to be the Tigers. All right. What's going on with the Yanks? I took the Dodgers, I'm sure, right? I'm sure I took the Dodgers. Okay, here we go. Let's go look at the Yanks really quickly. Are they still getting it in? Nope, it's over with. Yanks, Boston 2, Yankees 0. And all of that stuff about God's favorite team. Well, God must be pissed off with the Yankees today because they lost 2-0. Max Fry got jacked. Well, Max got 9 strikeouts, right? If you didn't pick the Yankees and you just picked Max, you got paid, right? But Boston got in that ass. Didn't see that coming. Nobody saw that coming. If you did, you're damn lying. You're a damn lie. You never saw that coming, right? What's going on with the Dodgers? Oh, Dodgers 2, San Francisco nothing. I mean, yeah, right? That's how it should go, right? According to their record. Let's see, let's get this baby popping. Okay, Washington Nationals. Did I pick the Nats? Nope. Marlins won. I thought I picked the Nats. I thought I picked the Marlins. I guess I didn't. Phillies won, right? See, there we go. Another one of God's favorite teams. But it's like this today. If these guys is playing like this, why don't you let me know today or the day before so we can all take a day off? Or better yet, we can not pick you. And that way we can win. Happy Father's Day. I hope everybody got taken care of. I got taken care of. It's hot, guys. Sorry. But my sons called me up, wished me happy Father's Day. Hey, Dad, remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? Blah, blah, blah. Dad, on Father's Day is pretty cool because you get a chance to reflect on how you are as a dad and how other people think of you. Some people may think you're a joke, but they're not going to say it to your face because they feel sorry for you. And I get that, right? But this is the day where everybody goes, Dad, okay, we'll give you your props for this day. It's not as big as Mother's Day, but we give Daddy his props for today because Dad does what needs to be done that doesn't like. It does, like, so when dads call shots, it's not always the favorable shot called around the house, but it's always, most times than not, the right call. Because sometimes dads got to make those hard decisions, right? Without feelings being involved. Do dads get their feelings involved? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we can look at things a little bit more subjectively, right? From the outside looking in, right? And we know what's the best call to make. Sometimes the popular call or the cool call is not always the best call, right? So, big ups to the dads who's made those calls. And for you new dads that's coming in, welcome and happy Father's Day to you as well. You got a long road ahead of you. For you dads that's out there, and you may be feeling left out today because family's not around, kids not around, but the child support payments are. Don't worry, everything will get better as long as you strive to get better, right? So I got a little story here for Daddy's Day. Sometimes us guys, we like to whine and complain when it comes to the child support payments. So I'm whining and complaining one day. I'm down at the course. I'm young, right? In my 20s. And never forget the guy. This is in Detroit. Dapper, older guy, dressed to the T. You can tell he's got money. He looks looks real dapper. But I was like, damn, man, I keep doing this, I'm doing that, and it's not working. And he just looked at me. He says, man, I don't know you from the man on the moon, but if you continue to keep doing what you say you're doing, it'll all work out. And guess what? It did, right? It didn't happen overnight, but that's what dads do. We have to work hard. We got to put our nose down and work hard at stuff and try as hard as we can to get it done. And like I said in the beginning, sometimes it's not always the popular call. Sometimes it's the call that'll make dad the villain. But when it starts scoring right, everybody goes, damn, dad was right. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we do, right? So, without further ado, let's get at it. What does it all mean? Well, I can tell you what it all means. Yesterday I sucked, and sometimes it's just like that. But we'll do something different. Because we want to be uplifting and we want to get money. But we're going to take it slow. We're not going to rush into it. I know we all need it, right? But if I could hit for $5,000, $8,000 today or tomorrow, I would tell everybody what we have, what teams to play. But it's not like that. We gotta look stupid and try to play it smart. All right, so tomorrow, Philadelphia and Florida Marlins. Mike Abel. The last time I put my trust in this guy, I forgot how I did. I think I did. No, I think I lost. He must didn't get the decision. But regardless, Mick Abel is not a bad guy. He's not a bad pitcher. He's actually a good pitcher. He's young, up and coming, right? 23, 6'5", big kid, 190 pounds, right? 5 strikeouts. Here's the last 3 games. What is this? Okay, 3 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, and 9. So for me, anytime you get over 3 strikeouts in a game, you are a good pitcher, a decent pitcher. Just because you don't get 3 every game doesn't mean you're bad. Everybody has bad days, right? So yeah, for this guy, his consistency looks good enough for me. It's the summer months. I like the Phillies. The Marlins are starting to play better baseball, but they can have a test tomorrow with the Marlins. Okay, so because Sandy Alcantara, it's not that bad. 3-7, 7.14 ERA, and 50 strikeouts. Ron, he's got a 7.14 ERA. That's high as hell. He sucks. No, he doesn't suck. He's just with a team that's feeling their way. They're gonna get there. He's a young pitcher. Trust me, he's gonna be good. But against the Phillies, it's gonna be a good tune-up for him, right? Would I take Philadelphia on the run line? Absolutely not. I'm gonna take Philadelphia on the run line. Strikeout props? No. We'll stay cool with that, right? If you want to, you can, right? Yeah. But tomorrow, let's take the Phillies on the money line. Next game tomorrow, Colorado Rockies. Carlson Palmquist, 0-4, 7.77 ERA, and 16 strikeouts against Jake Irvin. Washington Nationals, 5-3, 4.21 ERA, 54 strikeouts. He's a decent guy, right? I don't know about you guys, but just because these guys are 14-57 doesn't mean that they don't get tired of losing. These guys get tired of losing, right? So I'm gonna let's see. Hold on. What is? Oh, that's what. Oh, that's what that was. Oh. I forgot to log out. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, these guys just get tired of losing. And if you think they're going to lose every day, that's not going to happen, right? So you have to always just remember that every day is a new day. And just because these guys lost the last couple of days doesn't mean that they're going to continue to keep losing like that. They're grown men, they're playing in the MLB, they hate losing, just like we do. So every now and again, these guys will get at it. I'm trying to figure out how you know, one thing that I hate is when your browser upgrades and then they don't tell you about well, they tell you about it, but you've got to learn all these stupid, changes. So now I got to go through here and try to figure out who's who. Piece of shit. Nope. We'll cancel you out. Right? Yes. So we'll cancel you out. Let's get back to you. We're gonna cancel you out too. I swear to God, I hate this shit, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So, like on the new browsers, right? Yeah. Well, hold on. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So far, what we have up, we have for tomorrow we have the Texas Rangers. No. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Carl took it on the chin too. Carl, what are you saying? Carl says caught him one leg misser. All right. What it is, man? What's going on with you? Happy Father's Day, Dre. Happy Father's Day. I'm back at it. This week, man, I had a bad week calling these games, man, but I took the Tigers. They lost. I took the Rockies. They won. Right? Ain't that funny? Yeah, same to you, Dre. Happy Father's Day, El Presidente. Happy Father's Day. You getting ready for football, NFL football? I know I am. Um, it's going down, I guess, this year. And you know what, too, Dre? Right? One thing that I was thinking about the most is that um, every not yet, not yet. You know the year. So the last couple of years, the Lions were projected to win it all. Right, the last 2 years, maybe three, but the last 2 years, and they didn't do it. Now a lot of people saying, "Oh, the window's closed," is this and that. This is the year they probably might get at some guys. So when you got, I mean, we both know how football is played. I mean, it's not it's not on the field at first. It starts in the manager's room. Then after the manager's room, it goes on that line of scrimmage, and that's how that goes. I think the Lions will be okay this year, man. I think this is the year that they'll get it. I mean, I guess it ain't the old, as you called it, the old Rob Rubik days. So, you laughed at that when I got you, didn't I? Yeah, Rob Rubik. Yeah, I remember that time we was just talking about who's got the best players. We was talking about the Pistons, we talking about the Red Wings, and you was like, "Yeah, Ron, but the Lions got Rob Rubik," and I'm like, I had to start laughing because it was true. It was true, Rob Rubik. But you know, man, I was looking at some stats. I guess Rob Rubik was the man back at was it Grand Valley State or one of them schools he played in, whatever. I got man, so tomorrow, Dre, I got it like I'm going short, and I'm not gonna go hard on all these damn games. I was trying to wait for a couple of people to show up. Some came on and they just said the hell with it. Maybe I was taking too long, but I was stalling for everybody else. But it seems like a lot of people may not show up because of Daddy's Day, Papa's Day. But tomorrow I'm gonna take. I said I was gonna take. I'm gonna take Philadelphia on the money line. I'm gonna take Colorado on the run line. I'm gonna take the Yankees on the run line. Um, I don't like the Orioles, but I'm gonna take the Orioles on the money line. Boston is trying to do something. Man, ain't that funny? Boston beat New York today. I'll be damned. Max Fry 9 strikeouts, but he lost. So so what? Like a pitcher 9 strikeouts is equated to, let's say, a quarterback throwing what, 300 yards, right, in a game. If I tell you a quarterback threw 300 yards in a game, you be like, damn, man. And they lost. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised. It happens all the time, but you'd be like, man, what went wrong? So that's where we're at right now with um with the Yanks. 2-0. They lost to Boston. I don't know, man. You know, like I said, man, these grown men, they don't want to lose every game. It's all about pride. I mean, what up, Dre?
I'm about to say, man, are you online right now, right?
I am, yes, sir.
I'm about to put you on speakerphone.
I got you on there. Yeah, I got you on there right now.
Yeah, man, but it's hard betting on baseball, man.
It's real hard because you don't know. And these guys play every game pretty much. I mean, what they play like 6 games a week. Granted, some guys will get to sit down some because what? Who is that? They got the Iron Man that one year. He didn't take no games off.
Right.
for the Orioles. What was that dude? Cal Ripken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, the Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Bless his heart, but I don't think I could have been an Iron Man, dude. You had to give me a day off.
Yeah, baseball's a long season, man.
It's a very long season, and is it worth it?
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I
Because,
mean, especially when.
well,
No, go ahead.
no, the reason why I say I don't know is just because if I was young and an athlete, that's what I love to do, then I probably could do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
hell, you making a lot of money.
Yeah. You getting that green. But you know though, sometimes what if you stay up late or you had a late visitor at night?
Well, see, that's your fault, man, because that ain't paying the bills. Baseball paying the bills.
Yeah, well you know sometimes how us guys think, right?
Yeah, but still, baseball paying the bills. Who that woman you with ain't paying the bills.
No,
She
she's
there
not.
because you playing baseball.
And it's gonna be another one at every city too, right? Waiting on you.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but at the same time, too, you gotta respect how you making your money.
you have to. You definitely have to, because if you don't, that next guy that's on the bench, he's waiting. And
That's right.
and he'll do everything that you won't do.
There's been so many dudes that think like the way you talking about, man, and they don't last too long.
Don't last at all, because you got to be dedicated to your craft, man. I mean, we can laugh and joke, but when you in that position, there ain't no laughing, ain't no joking. Every day is
It's
do or
not.
die. Because that's why I
It's
guess
not.
that's why Cal Ripken took it serious. Because Cal Ripken was there every day, man. That dude didn't take no days off. That dude would gimp out of the dugout.
It's some guys that like to respect that grind, man.
I mean, you got to. There's nothing else. Hey, so what's the talk in Detroit, man, about the Lions this year?
Well, it's not really a lot of talk. A lot of people, it's just like a wait and see attitude because a lot of people still disappointed from last year, man.
Yeah.
Last year, back saying that was the Super Bowl year.
We thought.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know how that go, man. Everybody want to win.
Yeah, and the reason why I called you, because when you said you thought this might be the Lions' year, when you lose assistant coaches, you done lost some players, and you got the number one schedule in the league, that's rough, man.
That's
rough.
That's why the logic I'm looking at it like they got it rough. So maybe they might do it on the rough round. Because this is very rough. No center.
Right. And see what the problem is too. Remember them days when Green Bay was dominating the league?
Yeah.
I mean when they was dominating the NFC North.
Yeah.
They really didn't have any competition.
They did.
All the teams are basically pretty good, man. That's a grind in your own division.
Yeah, pretty much. Because Green Bay right back at it.
So is Minnesota. The Bears are 500 team, but they did improve.
Yeah. Well, the Bears is always gonna give you some type of fight.
That's right. That's right.
Whereas the Lions didn't really do that. But the Bears would always give you some fight. We know about Green Bay, and Minnesota was pretty much like that second team. So the Bears was, off and on. But yeah, man. Hell, Chicago give you that fight. But you already knew when Green Bay was in town what it was all about.
Right.
And man, it's kind of, I used to trip, and I'm like, man, how they getting all these players to come to Green Bay? Because, the players like to go to cities where there's stuff to do and the weather is okay, right? I mean, it ain't got to be the best. But Green Bay is like, it's Green Bay. Like, I don't think that's a place where I'll take one of my family vacations, right?
Right.
You'll go to Chicago. Hell, you might go to Minnesota. I don't think I'll go to Minnesota, but I mean, some of them places is a nice place to go. It's funny, man. I talked to some of the cats at work, and they would be like, man, Detroit is They just kind of thought like Detroit wasn't nothing going on. I say, man, without Detroit, there's no San Diego. There's a lot of cities because, and they say, why would you say that? I said, because without Detroit, there's no vacation because you don't have no job, and then without a job, there's no vacation. You can't afford to go to San Diego.
Right.
You can't afford to go nowhere. So I had to explain to him, look, Detroit put the world on wheels. So whether you like it or not, you got to respect it. Because I would tell guys, I say, well, like when I worked in Detroit, working in Detroit, it was always the business worker where he came to Detroit not because he wanted to come. He came in a suit and tie because he had to come because it was all business related. China, Japan, Sao Paulo, China. I said China already. Japan. Sao Paulo was one. Germany all the time, but it was nothing to see those guys come in and out, and they didn't do it because they wanted to. They had to.
Right.
But when you come to San Diego, they come in with their family and they beach shorts and they flip flops on. That's because they're getting ready to get it in and retire. Have a nice vacation. Detroit is a place where you come for business capital, baby, and that's where the money is. Right?
You're right.
Because I told the guys, I said, hey man, because they was like, well, you guys got a lot of like the top notch, frequent flyers come through there. Come through here. Did they ever come through Detroit? I said, dude, what are you talking about? They had to come because it's Detroit. It's the Motor City.
Man, them guys don't know what's going on, man.
Of course they don't.
Because Detroit has a busy airport.
Very busy. Very busy. Very busy, man. And it's like, and another thing too, like I told the cast, I said, hey man, you guys lost the Chargers. I said, y'all owners set y'all up, man. He didn't even want to be here because what's that guy's name? I forgot the Chargers owner, but he basically asked for a bunch of stuff that he knew the people were going to say no to, right?
Okay.
And as soon as they said no, oh, okay, well, cool. Well, I'll go to LA because they're offering us a better deal. Oh, yeah, I knew it was something. I'm not stupid, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so he went up, and he's got a good deal in San Diego. Now, watch this, though. When the Chargers played here in San Diego, you had a lot of your hardcore Charger fans that were straight up Charger fans, and they love Charger football, right? And they don't necessarily, they don't live in the inner city of San Diego. They live like in the suburbs or whatever, because it's kind of expensive. Well, it ain't kind of, it's expensive in San Diego. So they lived out. So when it was time to vote, whatever they said didn't matter because they didn't live in San Diego. But old boy asked for a whole bunch of stuff that he knew he wasn't going to get. And when he was asking that, I was like, man, this dude don't want to be here. And they was like, no, he does, blah, blah, blah. I said, trust me. I kept telling them guys, I said, dude, he don't want to be here. Because if he wanted to be here, he would work with him. No, man, he ain't work with him. He said, I want this, I want that, and I want this and that. And oh, and by the way, I'll take that too. And everybody, and everybody laughed at him because they said, you're not going to get it. And I said, watch, he'll get it somewhere else. I thought that he was going to move like, maybe somewhere else, like back Midwest or something. But nah, dude just went right up the freeway, man, to L.A. Now, he don't get, huh?
You say he went right up the freeway, huh?
He went right up the freeway. Now, he don't get his hardcore Charger fans like he used to, but he didn't have to because the people travel in the wintertime and in the fall. If you live in Minnesota and Minnesota's playing in LA, man, that's all right. We're going to all pile up and go to LA and watch the game in warm weather. So, I mean, they still getting their money and probably more with those box seats.
Yeah, well, I didn't know all that, man. That's some good information.
Yeah, and then not only on top of that, the cost of living in California is high. So what happens is a lot of people, season ticket holders, they get the tickets, and then they just put them on. They just put them on that thing. Was it Ticket Hub or something like that? Snub Hub, and even Ticketmaster. They let you trade tickets now. So they just put it on there, and they make more money. Doing it that way. Because that's why you
Okay.
see. That's why you see a lot of them games like the Eagles come and the Lions come, and there's more Eagles and Lion fans. Well,
Right.
that's because all the Charger fans, they didn't put their tickets on StubHub.
Yeah, I heard people do that though. I heard people do that a lot, man, from other cities.
Now when the Rams was winning, they fans ain't do that.
Yeah. Well, everybody do that. Everybody do that, man, because, you know, I was shocked when the Boston Celtics was playing the New York Knicks earlier in the playoffs. It was a lot of Knicks fans in Boston. That surprised me.
Because it didn't never used to be like that, did it?
No, it wasn't, man. Every time the Knicks would do something, it'd be people cheering. I was like, damn, there's a
Yeah.
lot of Knicks fans in Boston. You're right. Back in the day, you wouldn't have seen that.
You never saw it. 'Cause ain't nobody giving up them tickets. But
But
yeah,
like you said, man, everybody's trying to make money now.
everybody, yeah, you got to. Hey, another thing too, man. How's that ice thing going in Detroit?
Well, we really ain't had that problems, man. But it's a lot of. I know a lot of people tell me up at Walmart, man. I haven't really seen it. That a lot of Latino people haven't been coming up there. They've been not coming up to the store.
Why is it because they getting they
Deported,
target?
yeah,
Yeah.
deported, yeah. They had now. And
What
then plus you got the boycott. You got the boycott too because Trump made everybody stop using DEI programs.
What do you mean? What's that?
Uh, divisive. I mean, damn it. Let me look it up, man. It's DEI. Oh, diversity, equity. Let me see. You never heard of that?
Yeah, okay. I heard about that when it first came out. I was still ignorant to what it
Yeah,
was.
diversity, equity, and inclusion. Joe Biden came out with that. It was kind of like affirmative action, and then when Trump took over, he made companies stop using it. So U of M was doing it, they stopped.
Oh,
Walmart stopped.
that's not good.
Walmart stopped. Target stopped.
That's not
So
good.
now a lot of people getting boycotted now because they was doing what Trump wanted them to do because they wanted their funding money.
Didn't Trump have a lot of Latino voters?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
And the same ones that voted for him, he's kicking them out right now.
same thing. You know the old saying, same thing make you laugh or make you cry, right?
Yeah, I was on Tubi, not Tubi, but I was on YouTube
Uh-huh.
a couple days ago, and some guy, he's like a video podcaster, kind of like yourself. That's
Uh-huh.
what I call y'all video podcasters.
Uh-huh.
And he was going around talking to Latino people, saying, "Don't y'all feel stupid?" He literally was going up to them saying that.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of hurts, but it's true, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The truth hurts, but I mean,
yeah.
I'm that kind of guy. I know the truth hurts, but sometimes you need to hear it, right?
You do. That's the same thing going on with a lot of people from the Middle East. That said they weren't going to vote for Joe Biden because he handled the way he handled Israel and Palestine. But guess what? Ain't nothing changed. It's still going on.
Man, them guys been fighting since the Bible days.
Yep. Yep. But Trump said he was going to stop it, so people voted for him because he said he was going to stop it. And guess what? It's still going on. Y'all got hoes too.
Man, because I was hearing yesterday, I was hearing how Israel and Iran, and when I first heard that, I'm like, man, Iran been like chomping at the bit to get into it with Israel. And as a matter of fact, a lot of those a lot of those Arabic countries been waiting to get at Israel, man. I mean,
You're right.
That's just not a good mix, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, that's just not a good mix. Because when I heard that, I'm like, Jesus, do we need this right about now?
No, we don't.
And so
We don't.
what's Trump saying behind this, dude? Because I haven't been up on stuff. What is Trump saying about it?
He said he gonna make a deal with everybody. He said he gonna make a deal. He gonna try to make a deal with the Palestinians, Israel. He gonna try to make a deal with Israel and Iran. He gonna try to make a deal with the Russians and Ukraine. He said all this stuff started under Biden. He's just trying to clean it up.
Yeah, but he instigated a couple of that stuff, like with the Russians, because he was courting the Russians for a long time, man. That's why the Russians felt like they felt to go nuts on Ukraine because of his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hey man, you might want to take this recording off your profile so your Trump friends don't get mad at you.
I mean, I'm not a political guy, so if they don't like it and because what I'm saying, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that, man. I'm not a man. I used to love politics. Now I don't even. I can care less. But if they don't, some things I do care about. I'll correct that. Some things I do care about. But some things I really don't. I mean, if you
Right.
don't, if you like Trump, man, I had a couple of guys stop talking to me, man, because they like Trump, and I'm like, man, I thought our relationship was bigger than that. I mean, you know what I mean. I get he's got his views, but I mean, it ain't like he lived next door, right? You know
I
what
agree.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you come next door, man. We can get some coffee. We can go shoot some ball if one of our knees don't give out. We go shoot some ball and talk about it. But man, it's just to fall out and stop talking to somebody because of some political stuff, man. I ain't,
Well, you'd be surprised, man. A lot of people fall out of politics.
yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I remember a while. This was a long time ago with my first wife, and I told you, man, because I was like, remember I was go through my stages where I was like, man, just like bass in the church. Well, he set me straight. He was the only guy that actually put it to me in this way. He goes, I get that you get pissed off with the church. He say, man, but the church is like a hospital. It's like people need that. It keeps them going. He say, so just to bash all of them ain't cool, man. He said that's why you see a lot of reverends getting kicked out and whatnot because people will refuse. People will refuse to let a good hospital go down the tubes that's helping people. And he says and that's how you gotta look at the church. It's there to help people. He said because he said the church. He said some of them people just holding on with that. So then I got out of my selfish ways. And I'm like, damn, man, after he told it to me, I'm like, damn, I'm selfish, right? So
Right.
I changed my views on that real quick. So yeah, when you look at it like that, man, but for the most part, man, these guys is running around here, and you got to do your homework when you vote, I guess. I mean,
No, you do. You should do your homework.
because you voting for a guy that's probably gonna send your ass back from where you were from, and you were trying to get away. Because a lot of them people wasn't, they were saying, oh, they facing persecution. Nah, man, a lot of them people was probably gonna get killed, right, by them gangs
Right.
and stuff over there. So they had to go, right? So they had to get the hell out of there. So, I mean, I get it. I do get it. Um, but yeah, man. But still, they voted for him. He should at least have some allegiance to these guys, right? You know what I mean? They voted
Well,
you. They voted you in. I don't know.
I mean, he he did let those January 6th rioters get pardoned. He showed them allegiance.
He did. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much, I thought.
Yeah.
All of them
Yeah.
guys should be rotting in jail, man.
Yeah.
All them guys,
Man,
all them guys should be rotting in jail.
you're right. You're right. And let me ask you a question
Yeah.
about your platform. Are you gonna transition to football, doing the same betting too?
Yeah,
When the NFL season starts?
yeah, but we're also gonna that's gonna be in your area, right? So
Yeah,
every
but I'm gonna tell you right now. You know I don't do point spreads, man.
you don't
I
have
a
to.
hard time with that.
So watch this. The average bettor, he gets tired of listening to people like me, right? He wants to hear a guy that don't have a dog in the fight
Okay.
tell him the what's okay. So remember that game you called and you said that was easy, Ron. And then I told you, I said, what did I forgot what I said? Yeah, I say, but for me, it's not because I get caught
Okay.
up. I get caught up in all this other stuff, right?
Right. Right.
Because that's how gamblers do. They get caught up in other stuff, right? Like, oh, this
Yeah.
gonna happen, that's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and a lot of times it doesn't even have anything to do with the game, right? But you get caught up. So that's what the guys want to hear that point of view that, oh, I don't care about the point spread. And I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of times you're gonna tell guys the real deal, and they may not like it, but they're gonna respect it. Right?
Okay. Well, like you said though, man, I keep forgetting when y'all bet them parlays, it's not just the outcome of the game, it's gonna who catch how many passes, who gonna run for so many yards, who gonna catch for so many yards, who gonna throw for so many yards. So I get that.
So me, for example, your typical gambler, right? When and I can't remember who the Commanders played, but they played somebody that I knew that they were going to beat the brakes off of them. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I can look it up. But the first thing when he got hurt, let me see, because this dude was a human. What's his name? What's that dude's name? The quarterback.
For who?
The Commanders.
Oh, Jalen something. Wait a minute. Jaden Daniels.
He's a freak. You agree, right?
Yeah.
I've never watching football. I never seen a complete. I mean, a guy who he's whoever you want him to be. You want him to be a complete pocket passer, he'll do that. You want him to get out of the pocket and run, he'll do that too. You want him to mix it all up, he'll do that too. So, I mean, he was like, so like the first 4 games, he was like the human ATM machine for gamblers. Well, it came a game where they was playing somebody and dude got hurt. I think he ran like 25 yards. And then he got hurt. He hurt his ribs. They took him out of the game. They were winning anyway. So people had him in a lot of parlays. So do you know how many parlays was shot that day? Vegas made big money because people lost. So the next game he played and he threw like I watched him throw like a spiral, like maybe 60 or 70 yards. And I'm like, man, it don't look like he hurt his ribs. But now watch this. Coming from a gambler, that's how gamblers think. The guy could legitimately been hurt, right? But gamblers, when something like that happens, we automatically switch and we go with the conspiracy theory because of the money.
I get it.
So but when you have a guy who don't have a dog in the fight, step up and say, hey man, that ain't got nothing to do with it, blah, blah, blah. And how about you trying to depend on one guy for everything? How about you screwed up, not Vegas, right? So you kind of need people to come in like that and just say, hey man, I respect it, you got that gambler's, line of thinking, but here's what it is, right? So you always need that. Always.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, you always need that. Cause half of the time, man, like I forgot, I forgot what day it was, man. And I was listening to somebody, and they were saying that Baltimore was going to beat the hell out of the Tigers, and Screwball was going to lose bad, and just the opposite just happened. So, yeah, and I watched this. I took the gamblers part out, and then it creeped back in because I go, well, why would you say that when none of the facts throughout the season and statistics support what you saying? And sure enough, the Tigers beat the hell out of the Orioles, and I don't know what this guy was thinking. So, I mean, it's you just I don't know. Sometimes you just have guys on there. They may be on Vegas's payroll. They may not. And some of them just talking just to hear themselves talk. But this guy shocked me, man, because this dude he's usually on his stuff, man. The dude is good. His a brother.
Okay,
Is a brother too. He's really good. But everybody had their days though, right?
that's true. That's true.
And he lived in
Are you?
He lived in New York too.
Did,
He a Yankee guy.
oh, okay.
So maybe that's that probably has something to do with it too. I don't know, man.
That's funny though, man.
Yeah, but I tell you what though, that game the other night with who was that? The Pacers. And my daughter was like, "Yeah, the Pacers, people overlooking them," and I'm saying, you know what? Is Look at it like this: it's two grown men out there playing 21. Each one of these guys got the same skill set, and they both want to win. They both hate to lose, and there's a lot of money riding on the game.
Right.
I say so. If one guy thinks he's got the advantage, the other guy gonna look for another advantage, and it goes on and it goes on. You know what I mean? Because when it came down to it, everybody was like, "The Pacers, the Pacers, the Pacers." Everybody yelling and screaming in the crowd, and I'm like, "Well, y'all forgetting about OKC? Them dudes don't want to lose either. They don't want to look
Right.
stupid out there, so they gonna play." And guess what happened? They came back, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. But it ain't over with yet though.
No, no, no. As a
I
matter of
mean,
fact, I like the
I,
Pacers though.
I was going for OKC, but the Pacers ain't no joke though, man.
No, they not. Hey,
What's
really,
up?
watch this. Let's switch gears.
Okay.
Halliburton's father. Why was he acting a fool with the guy from Milwaukee on the
Talking
court?
about Giannis?
Yeah,
Giannis.
yeah. I mean, he done been with his son AAU. He know how to act. What the hell was that all about?
I mean, man, if you look at the guy, man, the guy kind of reminds you of an alcoholic.
Okay, all
He
right.
like he always it's three brothers that be at all their sons' games. Townsend's father is always there with him. Townsend, Ja Morant's father's always there,
Yeah,
and like you said, Halliburton.
yeah.
You watch all these guys, man. They always have a drink in their hand.
Okay.
Hell, I think it was Ja's father got into it with Shannon Sharp when Shannon Sharp was getting into it with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They ended up breaking cool, but he was getting into it with Shannon Sharp. But them guys just be having too much to drink, man.
Yeah, that'll do it, won't it?
And see, the problem is Tiger Woods' father, Earl Woods, went through that. Venus and Serena's father went through that. Them brothers is old school, man. And when they have a little sip, they gonna tell you what they feel for all them years of racism.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, oh yeah, they
But
gonna definitely speak their mind.
yeah, but his father was feeling good, man, when they beat Milwaukee, because at that point, Milwaukee had beat them a couple of times in the playoffs.
Okay.
So when they beat Milwaukee, his father felt he had the right to go on the court and get in Giannis' face. And the big thing about it is Giannis was cool about it.
Giannis was.
But everybody else got mad about it. But he shouldn't have done it, though. I'm not excusing him. He shouldn't have done it.
Giannis is a class act, though.
He is, man. He is. He is.
Giannis is a class act. Hey, man, being out here in California, and I'm switching back and forth, switching gears, but being out here in California, and I'm seeing how the guys are protesting and ICE out here deporting people. But here's what I said when they were like letting everybody come into the United States, and I was going, you know what? If Donald Trump gets back in, or any Republican gets back in office, it's going to be a mess behind this, because they're going to try to deport them guys right back. And I said, it's going to be a mess. And sure enough, here we go. This is what we have. I know the Cubans is big fans of Donald Trump.
Why you say that?
I don't know, man. I used to see, like, on different channels sometimes, how the Cubans, like, even from the last, go around, how the Cubans really supported Donald Trump. And I don't know if that had anything to do with Castro or anything like that. But yeah, I'm sure Ozzie Guillen, I'm sure Ozzie Guillen is probably liked by. No, wait. I'm sure Ozzie Guillen is hated by Donald Trump, because Ozzie Guillen, that's what got him in a lot of trouble, because Castro was his boy.
Well, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's probably why he ain't coaching, man. That's probably why he ain't coaching.
That's funny. I didn't think about that.
And Ozzie Guillen, Ozzie Guillen, one of them guys, he gonna tell you how he feel, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's always been a few guys like that, man. But they don't hang around long in corporate America.
Well, what's wrong with that, though? I think if a person's got their opinion, and as long as they not to the extreme, what's wrong with them liking a certain guy? I mean, that's them. You can't stop a person for who they like, right?
Well, you got to understand who you talking to. You talking to me, but if you a white owner,
mm-hmm.
and you call yourself liking anybody that's extreme, that they feel is extreme, I mean, you got to remember, man, at one time, and you remember how it was with Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah.
White people, you say his name, you agree with him, man, you gonna be walked out the door.
Real quick, that's what happened to your man's at what's his name? Was it Maurice Sparrow? Yeah. For the Chicago Bulls.
Right.
You ever heard that? You heard that story?
No, I haven't.
Well, Maurice Sparrow had invited people to hear Minister Farrakhan speak, because he right there in Chicago. He said, everybody said, okay, cool, I'm gonna be there. Jordan and all of them. He said, now one Chicago Bull, now one of his teammates showed up, and he said, and after that, he was having problems, and I think he said the next year he was traded. He was gone. He was out of there.
Are you surprised?
Nope. Because there's some things you do and there's some things you just don't do. When you get political like that, and Jordan was calling all of the shots then. So, and from what I understood, I don't think Jordan was a fan of Maurice Sparrow anyway.
Man, what? Jordan had his own agenda, man.
He did. I still never got why, how they turn their back on Isaiah. I thought them old school guys were like, okay, you good, you just good. But them dudes hated him, man.
Well, back in the day, man, Isaiah was a dirty dude, man.
I heard.
Ask Adrian Dantley that.
Ooh. Yeah, remember Adrian Dantley cussed him out at the,
He did.
at mid court? and George
He did.
and George Blaha tried to clean it up. I'm like, whatever, George. He ain't say that. George Blaha tried to clean it up.
And you said, whatever, George.
Yeah. Because George Blaha was trying to clean it up. I'm like, nah, he was pissed. And you never seen AD get pissed.
No, but see, AD knew what it was about, man. He knew Mark McGwire was Isaiah's boy. And you know, when Mark McGwire was on the team, he ain't do nothing for the Pistons.
He didn't.
He ain't do nothing for the Pistons.
He didn't. And remember how when it got late in the game, who did they get a ball to? Or actually, who took the ball and called clear outs?
Adrian Dantley.
Sure did. I think Zeke got pissed.
When they was on their way to the mountaintop getting there, Adrian Dantley was there. When they got to the mountaintop, they got Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire didn't even start. Mark McGwire didn't play no defense. Mark McGwire was really no benefit to the Pistons. And people forget he was even on them teams.
You do. I kind of forgot a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to talk about it like that. Mahorn got hold too.
What happened to Mahorn?
They left him unprotected during the expansion draft.
Okay. I forgot about that.
So he felt like, damn, they was going. I mean, if you leave anybody unprotected, you probably would think it was Chuck Nevitt, right?
Right.
Nah. So that was like a slap in the face, Chuck.
Well, actually, man, Mahorn really wasn't no big deal anyway. Mahorn really didn't do nothing, man. Mahorn was always kind of like Bob Probert.
Bob Probert was that muscle.
He was the muscle. He was Isaiah Thomas. Because back in the day, you needed some muscle.
You did.
You needed some muscle. That's the way it was. But in today's world, man, dudes like Rick Mahorn and Bob Probert wouldn't even be playing.
Nah, they wouldn't. Bob Probert would mix it up in every fight, in every game, wouldn't he?
He had to, man. Back in the day, you had to protect your stars, man. And somebody came at Stevie Eisman, or I forgot the Russian Rocket real name.
Yeah.
You had to protect your guys, man.
No, you had to.
But Rick Mahorn, he was just there for the bad boys image, man. Rick Mahorn would get 4 points a game, 3 rebounds.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't like Rodman. Like Rodman was the utility dude.
Oh, Rodman was that dude, though, man.
Yeah, Rodman was there, man. He made it happen. Whatever you needed, he was there for it. Dude even had the nerves to be shooting 3-pointers sometimes.
I mean, people got to recognize Rodman's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Damn good player.
Sure was.
One of the things, too, like on this gambling and this baseball, one of the things that I've noticed, like, coming back into baseball, because, I took a hiatus. Wasn't watching that much baseball, but coming back to it, you notice a lot of different things. Like, they got the pitch count now. They kind of did have it, but it wasn't prevalent like it is now. Like now, man, the average pitcher is going 5 to 6 innings. And he's not going no more than that. Now, Screwball, he a throwback guy.
Right, he is.
And this dude's like, nah, if I'm good, don't take me out. Yeah, but it is what it is. But hey, man, I guess I'm about to wind this down, man, because people coming in and out, and I get it. I'm gonna throw it. Ain't no big. It's not a big Monday tomorrow, so I'm gonna throw up a couple of like 3 bets and be done with it. But
Well, you
football.
go ahead. You go ahead, man. I'm about to get off the phone, man, 'cause I'm about to eat some dinner, man.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, Dre, and
Happy Father's Day to you too,
yes,
man.
sir. Have a good day, man. The rest of the day.
All right, and I'll try to poke in to your site when I
Anytime.
can.
Anytime.
All right,
All
bro. You
right.
take it easy, brother.
Yep. Peace out. Thank you, sir. And that's the football guy. He's gonna be doing football during regular season, right? So I figured to get a guy to do football who's not a big time gambler, right? Because like when I would ask him for his advice during the season, he would give it to me and it would happen just the way he said it. And then he would go, "Well, Ron, that was easy." And then I would go, "Well, it's easy for you, but not for me because I get to overthinking and I get to thinking about the gambling stuff." So when you want the true gospel, you want a guy like that that's gonna say it's easy to him, and then he call it, and then it comes. So now, because you're looking for every advantage you can get, right? Especially in NFL, where there's a lot of parity. So yeah. I mean, gotta have that. So I was like thinking, you always gotta have somebody on your team who is as smart as you, but 9 times out of 10, I like to have people that's smarter, right? Because when you get people that's smarter or as smart as you get better. If you don't, right, you be like P. Diddy, like all them guys around P. Diddy. And I'm pretty sure he had some smarter guys. He probably just fired them because he didn't want to hear it. But that's his fault, right? But you always got to have somebody around who's going to tell you that's wrong. That's right. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Like when I first got started, I had some couple of people around me. Shout out to Al. Al was good. Like she would be around in it. And Al's still there, right? But so as a matter of fact, Al's nephew is Sauce Gardner, right? So during, City Ballers' first beginnings, she would always tell me, look, I'm helping you, but you need to go check out my nephew, blah, 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 blah. And I go, okay, whatever. And then I made it my business to go check out Ahmad, because that's his name, Ahmad, because back then they just called him Ahmad. And I think that's what they call him there. The Sauce, I don't know when, I think he got that name when he got to Cincinnati. But even when he left high school, he was in the middle of the pack, man. He was good, don't get me wrong, he was good. But it seemed like he blossomed and got a whole lot better once he got to the pros. And some people just do that. So, but shout out to Al, because Al would say, you need to get over here and see him. But yeah, you just got to have people around you that's good, and then it works out. So if you guys is coming back and you want some picks, I'll give them to you for tomorrow. We're not going to do as many. Philadelphia and the Marlins. And I'm thinking we should go ahead and just not do so many, right? Let's do about three, right? So my favorite picks for tomorrow is the Philadelphia Phillies over the Marlins, and it's not because the Marlins is always losing. If you watch me enough, you'll know that I pick the Marlins a lot, right? Because I kind of like them. But I'm gonna take the Phillies tomorrow with Mick Abel, right, on the money line. It's gonna. I would say the run line, but this guy Sandy Alcantara, even though he's 3-7 and his ERA is 7.14, the guy's got 50 strikeouts. He's no slouch. It's gonna be a good game because you look at the ERA and say, "Oh no, they're gonna get dusted." No. It's not like that. Philadelphia pulls this one out. It'd definitely be on the money line. And then I like the Colorado Rockies on the money with the plus the points against the Nats. You say, Ron, you ain't even how you know it's plus the points. Well, because Colorado is probably not going to be favored too much during the year. So you already know that the Nats, they got Jake Irvin, the starting. He's 5-3, ERA 4.21. Yeah, it's almost time for me. You good? Okay. Who?
He's driving
Oh,
the game.
was you playing Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, he's driving.
Man, my daughter's got my wife playing Grand Theft Auto. I love Grand Theft Auto. All right, yeah. I'm gonna take the Rockies plus the points tomorrow over the Nats, right? So even if even if Washington wins 2-3, you'll come out of there with a victory. I think tomorrow's going to be close, so I'm going to take the Rockies plus the points. The Angels and the Yankees, guys. That's the last game. I'm going to take the Yankees on the money line, actually on the run line against the Angels. The Angels are decent. They got Jose Siriano, 4-5, ERA 3.86, 64 strikeouts. Clark Smith, who's for the Yankees 3-3, ERA 3.60 with 57 strikeouts. That to me, these are one of the most. I mean, the three games that I think, or not I think that I like that I would bet on. That the Yankees and the versus the Angels. I'll take the Yankees on the run line for that one. Baltimore and Tampa. Nope. Boston and Seattle. Houston and the A's. Because right now you think of the Astros, you think of a win, right? The A's will hurt your feelings in a minute. One game I struggle with, and I might go ahead and do it anyway, is the San Diego Padres at the Dodgers. I'm going to take the San Diego Padres plus the points. Okay, I already know the Dodgers are going to be favored. But the Dodgers got Ben how do you pronounce his name? Kasparadis. Now he's got like 46 strikeouts. He's 4-1, ERA 2.86. He's going against the vet Dylan Cease, who's 2-5, ERA 4.28, 96 strikeouts. Ron, he's got a better ERA with LA. It's in LA. Why are you not picking the Dodgers? Because, and I tell you this every time, the San Diego Padres are built to beat the LA Dodgers during regular season. That's what it is. I mean, some of you guys might get pissed off, don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm going to tell you anyways. During regular season, San Diego is built to beat the crap out of out of the Dodgers. When postseason comes, you can forget about it. Well, nope. Forget about it. During regular season, the Padres will make mincemeat. That's right, I used the old name. That they're going to make mincemeat out of the Dodgers during regular season. Playoff time comes, the Padres disappear. They just do. And if you get upset with it, you don't like it, that's okay. That's okay, right? Because the truth hurts. But sometimes we need to hear the truth, right? It's Father's Day, man. Look, if you want somebody to, I hate to say this, but if you go to your mother and you ask your mother, hey, is little Johnny better than me? She's going to say, no, baby, you're better than little Johnny. And she'll be lying her ass off. Know why? Because that's your mother. And your mother's got that unconditional love, and she loves you. But go ask your daddy if you better than little Johnny. And if little Johnny better than you, oh, your daddy gonna tell you, hell nah, son. Little Johnny way better than you. And you know why? Because little Johnny work hard. Little Johnny do this. And daddies do it to make you better, right? So when I tell you that the Padres won't win, I don't know if it's gonna make you better, but it's going to let you down easier, right? Because, you know, during regular season, you can take a chance on the Padres beating the Dodgers. But come playoffs, this is not happening, guys. It's not happening. And let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. See here, I'm gonna tell you why. And I discovered this about the beginning of last year, right? Because I'm a baseball. I like baseball, right? Let's see. All right. So here's the Dodgers lineup. Otani. Now last year it was Mookie Betts that was leading off. This year it's Otani. And let me say this, guys. Does it really matter? No. Because Otani's gonna hurt you. Mookie Betts will hurt you. Oh, by the way, guess who's number 3? So you got Otani 1, you got Mookie Betts 2, base hit, double, or home run. You can get another home run from Mookie Betts. Guess who's batting 3rd? Freddie Freeman. You're fucked. I'm sorry. You're done. Right? You got these 3 guys leading on. You got these 3 guys, the first 3 guys coming up in the lineup. And that's why I tell you, when you go for nerfies and you're playing the Dodgers, you never take the Dodgers in a nerfie saying that they won't score in the first inning. You don't take the Dodgers. You don't take the Yankees. You don't take the Tigers. And as funny as it sounds, you don't take the Padres either, because they can hit. You don't take them in nerfies, because if you expect the Dodgers not to score in the first inning, you need to get checked out mentally. If you expect the Tigers and the Yankees not to score in the first inning, you need to be checked out. I don't care what they did today or what they did 2 days ago. Overall, taking nerfies with the Dodgers, the Tigers, the Padres, any of these guys like that, you're going to get your feelings hurt. So you got Otani batting 1, Mookie Betts 2, you got Freddie Freeman 3, you got Yoka. Well, I mean, he's a pitcher, so I guess they put him in there. But you got Hernandez. You've got, hold on, let me go ahead and get the actual lineup, because they throwing pitchers in here, and I don't. Starting lineup. Okay, you got Otani batting 1. You got Mookie Betts batting 2. You got Freddie Freeman batting 3. You got Hernandez batting 4. You've got Andy Pages batting 5th. You got Hernandez, the other Hernandez, Enrique, batting 6. You got Miguel Rojas batting 7. You got Dalton. Maybe you got some reprieve with Dalton rushing, and Tommy Ederman. But still, man, listen to that lineup that I just read you. So when you're playing these guys like this, right, and then they'll add guys like Kim in the lineup, right? You got Max Muncy, right? You've got Michael Confronto, right? You got Tommy Edman, and I already said his name. But they can play around with their lineup, right? So when you're looking at lineups that strong, where they got their best hitters, 1, 2, and 3, and you talking about going to nerfy, dude, you're done. It's not gonna happen. So I've never, now have the Dodgers not scored in the first inning? Yeah, plenty of times, right? But do you want to bet on them not scoring? You can, but if you want to bet on somebody not scoring, why don't you try Minnesota Twins, Cincinnati Reds? You know, teams that's off and on, right? I'm gonna tell you another team that's low key. You don't want to take in a nerfy, and that's St. Louis. There's another team you don't want to take in a nerfy. But guys, that's my picks for tomorrow. So I said 3, but we'll do 4, because I'm gonna take the Dodgers. The Dodgers are no joke, guys. They're no joke. I mean, it's nothing funny about having to face Otani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. It's almost like it's not fair. It's right. Remember we were kids and we picked teams, And sometimes one team had the slaughter, and somebody was like, "Man, that's bullshit. You got so much." That's now. This is a slaughter right here. This is a slaughter. It ain't. It's not. When I first saw this, I'm like, "How is this possible? How can you have Otani, Mookie Betts, and all they did was freak it out? Because last year it was Mookie Betts 1 and Otani 2. They changed it. They just moved them. Does it matter? The Dodgers just did that to piss people off, right? The Dodgers are just that good. Will they win again? I think so. I think we're going to see it again. I'm a Tiger guy, right? See that? Old English D, but it is what it is, man. So, yeah, that's me, guys. That is me tomorrow with those 3 picks. I'll probably post them later. I had our guy on earlier, Trey, who does the football, NFL, and we did some political talks. I'm not a political guy like I was telling him. I don't really care about politics. I don't like politics. You know what I mean? I can care one way or the other, right? Do I vote? Yeah, I do, right? But would I fall out with anybody over a candidate? Nah, because like I said, it's not like the candidate lives next door and he's our guy, and you know him. So I'm not gonna fall out with you about that. Will I fall out about you walking on my grass? Hell yeah. Nah. I mean, that's just it, guys. I don't really care about politics. So if you heard anything in politics and you got kind of pissed off, it's nothing against you. I don't care. I don't really care about politics. Politics is not like my forte. I don't care. I'm an old school guy. I'm getting used to, how things are done now, and I get it because everything is. You have to be. How do I say it? You have to cater to other people's feelings, right? And I get that. I kind of wish they had that when I was coming up, because in the 80s, everybody was getting their feelings hurt, and you didn't care. But to an extent, right? So if you say something, right, and a guy is sitting over here, and you didn't know that you offended him, and you find out, like in the 80s, it didn't matter, right? But now it does. And that's a good thing, right? Because you don't want to keep pissing this guy off that's working next to you, and you don't know you pissing him off, and you like the guy, and you guys get along good, and it's good for team camaraderie, right? And you find out he don't like something, you can't get mad. Oh, he's super sensitive. No, that's not it, man. It's just that everybody's got their little quirks, right? Everybody's got their circle, and you shouldn't offend people and step into anybody's circle, right? If you don't know, right, and then they let you know, and then you apologize and you make amends and you work it out. But if you offend somebody and then you go, oh, I don't fucking care, that's not cool, man, because this guy is on your team. Make it work for the team, right? And now that's one thing that I agree about when it comes to political stuff. I think that we should all be cautious and more aware of who we offend that's around us, right? Because I'll let you guys in on something. I offended my wife about her cooking. It was just a joke, right? It was just a joke. And I didn't mean any harm. Well, guess what? The next 2 days, dinner was late. Day after that, the meal was scorched. And everything was going downhill. And I go, well, what's going on? Well, remember the other day? Oh, yeah, I didn't know. Apologize. I didn't mean it like that, and then you move on, right? It's good to go now. But when you find out Well, I don't care. You shouldn't be so super sensitive. Wrong thing to do, guys. Because that same person that you complaining about being super sensitive is that same guy that'll help your ass out when you're in need, right? So we always want to be, you know, you always want to be, how can I say, aware or mindful that you don't piss certain people off, right? And it seems like I'm pissing you guys off because, hey Lee, can I get some water? It seems like I'm pissing some of you guys off because I'm not talking about gambling. But I'm just gonna keep running my mouth for a while because I'm okay. I'm not going anywhere. It's Father's Day and I'm just around here just running my mouth talking. So I mean, you want to call in? You want to talk about sports? I don't really want to talk too much about politics, but if you do and you insist on it, we'll get at it. Um, well, I guess earlier what I was saying too about politics, I kind of like, I here's what I have a problem with when it comes to like politics and stuff like that. Donald Trump, do I hate him? Nope. Do I like him? I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It, but what I think is, I think that when you have a group of people who voted for you, right? I think at some point you should show them some type of, you know, leniency. You know, say, hey, these guys voted for me. Let me not go so hardcore on these guys, right? Because the same thing make you laugh or make you cry. It goes both ways, you know, because I was saying, okay, they voted for him, he's in, now he's deporting a lot of them. Same thing make you laugh, make you cry. Well, that could flip back to Donald Trump real easy, right? Am I bashing Donald Trump? Am I bashing anybody that's getting deported? Because we shouldn't. Because a lot of these guys, they were saying, oh, they escaped persecution from their government. Actually, guys, a lot of those guys were escaping, probably getting hurt or killed. You know what I mean? So they had to flee the country so they could keep their lives, you know? So we always have to be mindful on different things that we say and I guess be a little bit understanding a lot sometimes on the next person because you just never know. That person that you treat like a piece of crap might be the person that will help you win $1 million or help save your life. So being mindful to me is what matters. I think that matters a whole lot. A lot of people hate the Me Too movement. Whatever. I just think that we should just be more mindful on who we piss people off. I mean, who we offend. And if we make amends, it's always important to make amends. If I offend you, right? And then you say, hey, you know, Ron, you offended so-and-so because well, I don't care. They need to tough. Nah, you won't hear that from me. I will go, I'm sorry, I didn't know, right? And what can we do? We can work it out, talk about it. But just to be, you don't care about a person's feelings and they need to toughen up. It's not the way to be. Because the same thing you're doing to that person might actually may be in a position to do that to you and actually hurt you. And when that happens, what you're going to do? You're going to whine, you're going to cry, and you're going to report that person. So let's break the cycle. We all be mindful, treat everybody with respect, and don't look down on people, right? Don't shit on people because you can. That's another thing. You don't shit on people because you can, right? Like I talked about that the other day. Some people will take these harassment and Me Too movement, and they go, you know what? I can't stand that son of a gun, right? I'm going to use this to destroy that person. Because now what you're doing is you're hurting the movement, right? You changing it for what it was intended for. Now you're just making it as a tool to destroy people and to get even with people. And that's not what it's all about. It's all about helping those people who are actually getting destroyed and they had no recourse, nobody to help them, right? So we always want to be mindful, right? Just like you want to be mindful when you're making these picks, like how we did last week. I thought I was being mindful. I wasn't. Well, I thought I was, but I guess that I wasn't. Because I picked the Tigers over Cincinnati, and the Tigers only won that one game. Just that one game. Thank God for Screwball. Because Flannery jacked everybody up. And I told people, oh, it's okay. You can take Flannery. Now watch this. I wasn't being mindful. You know why? Because I like the old English D. I like the Tigers. I wasn't being mindful. And I was just forcing my opinion on other people. Other people voted. And Jack. Now, some smart people like Ron is smoking crack. That dude is not going to win. And they probably didn't take it. And you were smart. But I tell you what. If you would have told me 2 weeks ago that Cincinnati would take 2 or 3 from the Tigers, I would have said, you're a lying son of a gun. You're lying. And not only are you lying, you probably need to go seek some mental help. But who needs to go seek mental help? Because I picked the Tigers. And guess what? You would think I had enough after they lost with Flannery. And I was like, oh, it's okay. You can pick them tomorrow. No. Pretty much, guys, the only thing that I see is kind of, it can go either way tomorrow. And I'll go back over it again. The only thing I can see going either way tomorrow, either game that can go either way, would be, what's up, Alan? Yeah, happy Father's Day, same to you. Yes, sir, happy Father's Day. Yeah, I was bashing myself because I wasn't being mindful picking the Detroit Tigers 2 games in a row. Cheers, yes sir. Cheers to you. Alan, the only thing that I see tomorrow, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of like lighten up on making a whole bunch of predictions. I'm just going to take maybe 3 or 4 so we can just take it slow and get our money together. Because they did, and guess what? You thought I would have had enough, right? And I picked them again. But it's baseball, and that happens. Yep, they absolutely did. Yep. I mean, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago that was going to happen, was it a 3-game series or 4? Was it a 3-game series or 4-game series? It doesn't matter. It seemed like they beat the Tigers 5, right? The only thing I see tomorrow that I like Philadelphia on the money line over the Marlins. Believe it or not, I like the Colorado Rockies plus the points against the Nationals. And surprisingly, yeah, Jake Irvin is pitching. And I like that. Yep. I mean, nobody would have thought that. Nobody. Cincinnati, and I bet you De La Cruz probably stole a bunch of bases. I know I was driving, and Carl sent me a couple of texts, and he was swearing, and Carl don't swear. Yeah, they are. They are. But, the Tigers, man, they suck. I mean, are they going to get together? Yeah, probably so. But are they on my no bet list for a hot minute? Yes. Right? But you never know. These son of a guns can be on like a a losing streak and we don't know it. Carl was swearing, dude, and he don't even swear. Right? When I saw those swear words coming through, I looked over and told my wife, I said, it's bad. She goes, what? I said, Carl was swearing, and the dude don't even swear. And I'm like, yep. I said, it's because at first I thought he was just talking, right? And then he was swearing, and then I didn't hear any more from him. And then my phone went off, and because it was like 1-1 Detroit and Cincinnati. And the next thing you know, yep, it was upsetting. Yeah, he was upset because he was swearing. I'm like, Carl, dude, it's okay. Flannery's got 5 Ks. But I wasn't watching the game. I was just looking at the ticker score on my phone, and I'm like, it's okay. He probably started swearing at me too because I didn't know what I was talking about. I swear to God, the next thing that came through was the Reds 7, the Tigers 1. And I'm like, well, how did that just happen? So there's my under fucking shot. Because I thought I was smart, right? And I go, yeah, the Tigers may not win, but Cincinnati's got Singer. So, yeah, the whole game will go under. Well, guess what? It didn't. And it's kind of funny, man. I don't know if you was in and out today, but I was breaking down the Dodgers, and I told the guys, if you want a winner for tomorrow with the Padres versus the LA Dodgers, you can take the Padres and don't worry because the Padres may win. And why? Yep, went over. Yeah, because we thought, right? So I tell you guys to take the Padres because it's regular season. How many times have I said this? The San Diego Padres is built to beat the crap out of the Dodgers during regular season. Playoff time comes, you can't find the Padres anywhere. As long as you don't take the Padres in postseason play against the Dodgers, you're doing good, right? If you take them during regular season playing the Yankees, you're thinking, right? But go ahead and take them during the regular season. Yeah, you know it. The Padres is built to pound. I was getting ready to say, yeah, they do disappear in the playoffs. Man, they disappear. And I kept telling these guys here, I said, you know what? The Padres are winning, and they're not built for the postseason. And I told some of these guys here in San Diego, I said, but you watch it, you're going to mess around, and the Tigers are going to get better. And next thing you know, they're going to be better than the Padres. Oh, it's not possible. That ain't going to happen. Guess what now, guys? Guess who's better than the Padres, right? Well, not by much, but yeah, because you're not built for the Dodgers in the playoffs. And honestly, nobody is built, and I'm going to run this on you too. Nobody is built to beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. You know why? I'm getting ready to tell you right now. There's 3 reasons why, actually 4. No, I would say 3. A hardcore 3. Now watch this. I'm gonna tell you why nobody is built. Yep. Now watch this. Where's this? Okay, here we go. Okay, you're playing the Dodgers, right? And you're thinking about going to Nerfy. And this is why I tell you guys, if you want to do a Nerfy and you want to put the Yankees in it, you're retarded. If you want to put the Dodgers in it, you're stupid. The Tigers, you're stupid. Even the Padres, you don't put in a Nerfy. But you don't put the Dodgers in a Nerfy because here's your first 3 batters. Ohtani. Right? Here's your second batter. Mookie Betts. And by the way, are you aware that last year was Mookie Betts batting 1, Ohtani batting 2? The Dodgers just switched it up just to piss you guys off, you San Diego fans, just to piss you guys off. Guess who's batting 3? Freddie Freeman. Have a nice day. You're done. You're done. These three guys, Otani, Mookie Betts, your mother, right? They got them all. You're not going to win. You're just not. Freddie Freeman, 3? I think Freddie Freeman was batting cleanup last year, wasn't he? I think so. So they tweaked it a little bit. It didn't matter because it's still the same. Otani, you're screwed. Mookie Betts, you triple screwed. Well, Otani, you triple screwed. I guess they just playing around with you, moving Mookie Betts. But you know what? How many times have Mookie Betts led off with a home run? A lot of times. So you can't pitch around these guys. Like back in the day, a guy like Mookie Betts, known for his speed, but now he's still he can hit for power as well. But back in the day, you have him leading off. Well, guess what? You can't, because you could put him anywhere you want to in the lineup because the dude can hit for power. So what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Maybe go whine and cry to your mother. And happy Father's Day. You can't go crying to dad because dad's going to tell you the truth. Now, like I said, Alan, Daddy's Day, Father's Day is a good day because fathers tell you what you need to hear. And I said this earlier. Little Johnny down the street was 10 times better than you, and you would ask your mother, "Hey, mommy, am I better than little Johnny?" "Yeah, you are," because she loves you, right? Go ask daddy if you're better than little Johnny. He'll go, "Hell no," with a beer in his hand and start laughing at you, right? But it's something you need to hear. And not only is he going to say hell no and he's going to laugh at you, he's going to tell you why little Johnny is good. Because little Johnny goes to practice every day. Little Johnny doesn't whine and cry like you do. Little Johnny does, and so by the time dad gets finished, now you know the truth. So now you have no other choice to get better. Because daddy'll give you the truth. Daddy'll make you better. Now, I ain't saying mommy's not, right? Mommies are mommies. They give you that warm cut, that warm feeling, right? They give you that warm feeling. Daddy loves you, so he's gonna kick you in the ass, and he's gonna say, "Son, I got kicked in the ass, and that's what made me who I am today. So guess what? If you think you're too good to get kicked in the ass, sorry." But dads give you the hardcore truth. So I'm gonna give you the hardcore truth today. If you think about putting the Dodgers in a Nerfie, you're crazy. You're not thinking smart. You're thinking like some guy is out on Skid Row drinking. You pick, well, hell, I don't even know if a guy on Skid Row thinks like that. Because you pick a guy up on Skid Row, and he's probably got on a Dodgers hat. The Dodgers is just that good. And I just think that maybe the Dodgers don't care during regular season. So the Padres have that chance of winning tomorrow. So I'll pick the Padres tomorrow. I definitely would. Right. Never pick a Nerfie for them guys. Yeah, that you never do that. Cause if you look at the lineup, yeah, right. Crochet, exactly. Crochet. Hey, where's Glass now? Screwball, yep. But you remember the Dodgers touched up Screwball too, didn't they? Yep. No, I know. Trust me, man. I still wouldn't either. It's just some pitchers. It's just some lineups you just don't mess with, right? Glass now shoulder injury. Okay, y'all was wondering where he was at. Because Glass now was like fucking Money in the Bank last year. Out for the season. God damn it. Dude, but you know what? Watch this. Glasnow is a lights out pitcher. And here's the funny part. Do they need him? Yeah, they could always use a good, but the Dodgers bats just overcompensates for everything. Otani, Betts, Freeman, you're fucked. You are. What are you gonna do? You gonna pitch around him? Oh, okay. You're gonna walk Otani? I don't think so. You're gonna walk Mookie Betts? I don't think so. You're gonna walk Freddie Freeman? If you do, now you got the bases loaded with nobody out. And by the way, are you aware that the Dodgers are still a good hitting team? Have a nice day. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Hey, where's Trout? Trout can hit too. Where's that guy at? Is he? Because I haven't heard his name in a minute. It was like last year he fell off. Yep, the Yankees and the Cardinals and the the Tigers. Exactly. I wouldn't put any of those teams in an earthy. Any of those teams. Any of them. San Francisco, hell yeah. He's still with the Angels. Is he hurt or is he still? Because I haven't heard really much. Or maybe because the Angels aren't doing that well. Maybe the Yankees will trade for him. Because Trout is too good of a player to be rotting with the Angels in Anaheim. Somebody might make a play for him before the season is over with. Because I'm sure he would like to get out of the Dodgers' shadow. Yeah, I mean, I definitely will make a play for him. Because he's definitely good like that. But let's see, who's this? Oh. His team does suck. They absolutely do suck. It's terrible. What are you gonna do? Call for Steinbrenner. Remember Are you old enough to remember Steinbrenner? Because I remember Steinbrenner. I mean, if you were good, he was gonna get you. I think at one time he got Rod Carew for the Yankees. I mean, he's getting everybody, man. Yeah, he was getting everybody back in the day. It was the good old days. And right now, what's funny is that when you think about basketball and football and free agency, even in baseball, and how things are done now, Steinbrenner was doing that shit in the 70s and the 80s. And the only response people had was, it's not fair, right? He's got money and it's not fair. I mean, that was it. But you know what? You kind of was like, you got jealous of him, but I mean, now everybody's doing it now, right? Well, not everybody. You still have some of these small market teams who don't get it, right? And so I think like a small market team like Green Bay actually gets it. And it's a shame that the Milwaukee Brewers don't get it and they right there with them. Because you're in a small market. You don't really have the money to compete with the Yankees, but you got to try to find a way to compete with them because you're there, right? I remember when the Tigers moved out of the American League East and they moved to the Central, and everybody thought, oh, the Tigers are doing that because they spend money and they will compete with those teams now because Cleveland moved too. Because remember, Cleveland and Detroit was an American League East. Well, guess what? Cleveland started spending money. The Tigers started spending money. Minnesota came over. Well, the Tigers are already spending money. Minnesota came out. They started spending money. Um, like pretty much everybody in that division started spending money. So now it doesn't matter, right? Because everybody's spending money. Minnesota knows how to do it, right? They know. They figured it out. So, I mean, when you're a team like the Brewers thought they were slick. Because remember, the Brewers was in the American League, and they thought, oh, we'll just lead the American League East, and we'll go to the National League, and we'll dominate. Well, it didn't really turn out the way you thought it would. Because it's not about, like, going where other teams are, because other teams will learn, and they'll adjust. The thing is, you just have to learn and adjust. And just be like your brothers up in Green Bay. And Green Bay is not uh, a winning destination, right? Who wants to go to Green Bay? I don't, right? But they had to figure out something that'll get the guys to come there. And they got a lot of cool guys who guys in the league like, guys in the league respect, camaraderie, treating the players with dignity and respect. And there it is. Because, I mean, as a player, you don't have to live in Green Bay. You can go and just play there throughout the season. Hell, you never at home anyway. So what difference does it make if you live in Green Bay or you live in Florida? Oh, well, a lot. But still, right? Green Bay found a way. They got Reggie White. Reggie White went. Reggie White said God sent him. Well, I can debate that. But out of respect, Reggie White, and he was a great guy, right? I mean, I know he said some things that he kind of wish he took back with the watch, right? Remember with the watch, and what that was very offensive. I mean, it was offensive, but it was actually true because Japanese people are smart, right? But I don't think that he should have put it in those terms, and he made other derogatory statements that he shouldn't have made. That wasn't cool. I mean, I think he would have got forgiven for when he was saying, well, I don't know. I mean, Japanese people are smart, right? He might would have. They would have probably forgiven him for that. But when he started talking like about other groups of people and all this other stuff, I'm like, man, who wrote this speech for you? Because clearly they were out to fuck you, dude, and they did it. I don't know who wrote that speech for him, but whoever wrote it, I don't know. I don't know if they was trying to be funny or if they meant it, but clearly he got nailed for it. But with Reggie White being the kind of guy he is, and people know he didn't really mean it that way because he was a nice guy like that. He would beat the crap out of you, but he wasn't that kind of an asshole, you know. But they found a way to tap into the players, and they did it. So, I mean, shout out to Reggie White, man. Yeah, shout out to Reggie White. But you just got to find a way, I guess. Because the Brewers, when they had Braun, though, I thought they was doing something, right? Because Braun was one of those, like, New Yorker dudes, right? So, like a pure baseball kid. So you thought that they was going to do with that? And I think I told you this the other day. Remember when I said it was, what was a guy named on ESPN? And I asked him, this is before he got his show, and I said, do you think that Prince Fielder will stay with the Milwaukee Braves? I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers. And he goes, the Milwaukee Brewers don't have enough money to keep Prince Fielder. And sure enough, maybe about a month later, Prince Fielder jetted. He went to the Tigers because it's all about you got to tap into these guys. And that's what the Green Bay Packers have done. And guess what? The Green Bay Packers tapped into this maybe 30 years ago or 20 years ago. And god damn it, it's still working for them, right? Just think about it. And I'll be honest. Where would you rather play, Green Bay or Miami? But guys was picking Green Bay, right? So you got to know how to tap into these dudes. Alan, I've been going nonstop on here, man, because I haven't been on here in a while, so I'm just running my mouth all day. So if it's too much, man, you go ahead and drop it when it's time. I'll go. You know what? Here's the deal. You're my guy. Once you leave, I'm out of here because I haven't been on here for a while now. I first got on here at what, 5 o'clock? Shit, it's almost 2 hours. I probably watch some Star Wars after I get off with you. Yeah, I probably watch some Star Wars, some Darth Vader, some Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know if you like Star Wars or not. Outside of baseball, Alan, I can be very dorky, right? And I'll watch my. Speaking of being a dork, right? I'm hearing Superman is going to be good. I'm hearing it's going to be really good. So I mean, and here's the deal: it's all Marvel's fault, pound for pound. Marvel has the best like storylines, heroes, and all of that. But when you start, screwing around with the product, like you got KFC. I love KFC. I love the original, recipe. But if you start dicking around with it, changing it, and it's not the same like how it used to be when you were a kid, you actually gonna get fed up and you're gonna get sick of it. And you're gonna go somewhere else, right? So I don't, I don't like it like that. I just think that, I don't think it's cool to start changing the characters. Because when I was a kid, man, I loved the comics. I loved Marvel, right? It was funny because I think I was in the third grade. My sister was in the fifth, and I had I had the Justice League comic book. My sister saw it, and she goes, because you know how chicks are, even if they're your sister, they're gonna tell you the real deal. She goes, well, all of the guys in my class, they read Marvel. So if you want to be cool, you need to read Marvel. And I did. And I never looked back on DC. And it's about the best thing I've ever done, right? But Soups has always been cool. But man, when you start changing the Silver Surfer is a guy. He's a guy. Why do you have the need to change it to a female? Why? It's a comic book. It's a character that a lot of us dorky guys grew up reading, right? And we love it. But now you coming in, you changing it, and the people that you're changing it for, they're not Marvel fans. They're your Johnny come lately. They're gonna come show up at the show. They're gonna watch it, and they'll probably never ever watch another Marvel movie again. And half of the time, they probably won't even understand it, right? Because Marvel is complex. So you making all these changes, and for what? Sorry, Alan. But yeah, man, I only see two games. I only see like 3 games, maybe 4. And when I said I'll take the Dodgers, I'll take San Diego over the Dodgers tomorrow, I wasn't being funny. I was being serious because the only chance the Padres will have of beating the Dodgers is in regular season. Read my mouth, right? Regular season. Postseason, forget about it. So yeah, I mean, you want to take the Dodgers? You want to take the Padres tomorrow? I would. I definitely would. Oh, but it's in LA. I don't care. I don't. I mean, I think you're better off taking. Oh, wait, I just ran up on something. The official logo of the Major Baseball League was designed by Jerry Dorn in 1968. Who was it modeled after? The first logo appeared on uniforms during the '69 season. That's interesting. The NBA, similar logos. Whatever. Otani, Aaron Judge, okay, Turk Scrubble, Chris Sale, Paul Skeens, and Louis Gill will wear the golden MLB logo patch on their jerseys. These players are recipients of the 2024 MLB Awards. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I guess that's cool, right? I guess that's cool. I don't know. Okay, ooh, this is cool. I just found some stuff, man. I'm reading on a lot of this stuff, and it says what NBA logo has never changed. I quit. I give up. Which NBA team logo has never changed? Let's see. The Chicago Bulls. Huh? This logo was designed and has never. So this logo was designed. Chicago Bulls logo is one of the few in the NBA history that has never changed since it was introduced in 1966. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, who's 2? The Boston Celtics. Who's 3? The Golden State Warriors. 4, the Toronto Raptors. They just came in the league in 1994 or 95. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers, the Nets, the Pelicans. That's stupid. Yeah, but back to baseball. Really, guys, and I'll preach this all day, right? The only games I see that will be worth betting on tomorrow, taking the Phillies on the money line against the Marlins, taking the Colorado Rockies plus the points against the Nationals and Jake Irvin, the Yankees on the run line against the Angels, because the Angels, think about it, they actually stink, all right? The Orioles and the Rays, that game can go either way, right? The Boston Red Sox and Seattle. You think that Boston is on a tear now? And watch. Because Seattle is no slouch. That game go either way. You see what I mean? So I don't even like dealing. Because Seattle's going to have Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert was pretty good last year, right? The Astros and the A's. The A's doesn't even have a pitcher listed. You see what I'm talking about? So, I mean, the Orioles versus the Rays, the Red Sox versus the Mariners, the Astros versus the A's. Why don't you just give your money to the Jimmy Swaggart Foundation or something, right? The San Diego Padres in Los Angeles, believe it or not, guys, believe it or not, I like the Padres in that game, and as a matter of fact, the Padres will have Dylan Cease going righty. He's 2-5. His record is not as good as it was last year. ERA 4.28, 96 strikeouts. Right. He's going into L.A. L.A. will feature Ben Castellaridis, who's 4-1, ERA 2.86, 46 strikeouts. Now watch this. Let's go into Ben's record, because Ben is actually pretty good, right? Now, you think I'm proving my point that the Dodgers will win, but actually it's proving my point that the Dodgers pitching, the favorite in this is the Dodgers. I think that the Dodgers, even though Dylan Cease have more strikeouts, his ERA is much higher, and his win-loss record is terrible. So this new kid with the Dodgers, the last time he faced the Padres, he struck out 2 Padres. He walked 2 batters. He gave up 1 run and 3 hits over 4 innings. He played the Cardinals. He went 1 inning and he gave up 5 hits, so that wasn't good, and 2 runs. Yeah, that sucked. Then he played the Mets. He pitched 2 innings and he only struck out 2 people, so he wasn't bad, right? But here's the reason why, and I told people already, the Dodgers and the Padres. The Padres is built to beat the Dodgers during the regular season. It's just that way. Why is it? Why is it that way? And I'm gonna bring you to Daddy's Day on this one. If you ask Mommy, right, why the Dodgers cannot beat the Padres during regular season, why the Dodgers can't beat the Padres in the regular season, Mommy is gonna tell you, if you're a Padre fan, because honey, the Padres is that much better than the Dodgers. Okay? Go over and ask your daddy the same question, and you're a San Diego Padre fan. Hey Dad, can the Padres beat the Dodgers? Your daddy's gonna laugh. He's probably gonna tell you, yeah, they can win, but Dad'll add on more stuff. Dad'll go, they'll never beat them in a regular season, in a playoff game, and they're just not cut out for that. They one of those teams that just wins during the regular season when it doesn't matter. And by the time Dad finished giving you all of the facts and you're a Padre fan, your feelings are shot, you're hurt, right? But Dad told you the truth. Your mother gave you what you needed at the time. She knows you probably feeling crappy about yourself, so she's going to give you some warm and fuzzy feelings inside. Mommy's going to make you feel better, right? So she's not going to lie to you, but she's going to tell you something that's going to build you up, right? Daddy doesn't give a shit. Daddy's going to tell you something that's going to make you better, where your daddy will tell you, so son, come October, when I'm telling you this, your feelings won't be hurt, right? And then after Dad runs it down to you, and watch, October comes and the Padre fizzles out, you'll think about what Pop said. And you're like, damn, the old man was right. And the old man will be sitting on the couch with his beer in his hand, with this arrogant ass look, looking at you like, what? I told you. What's the problem? Go get me another beer. Right? That's Pops. Happy Father's Day, guys. Happy Father's Day. Dad's is going to tell you, he ain't going to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. That's for sure. You want that, you go talk to moms. Yeah, you go talk to moms right after you done got trucked on the football field by little Johnny. Hey, moms, you think I'm still better than little Johnny? Yes, baby. You just were having a bad game. Go ask Daddy. Daddy, even though little Johnny trucked me, you think I'm better? Hell no, with his beer in his hand. Hell no, son, and I'll tell you why you're not better. And he'll give you the reasons. And guess what? After Dad finished laying it down to you, what do? You're going to work on everything that your dad yelled at you about, and you work on it. And then when it comes around, you'll be better. Did it hurt your feelings when Dad told you you weren't better than little Johnny? Hell yeah, that shit hurt. But you know, Dad did it because it came out of love, because he wants you to get better and work harder. So if you're looking for warm and fuzzy feelings from Dad, that ain't happening. He's going to give you the truth. All right, guys, I'm starting to get redundant, man. I'm tired. I'm done. So once again, I'll go over these last games for tomorrow. Let's take the Padres on the. We'll take the Padres on the money line against the Dodgers. Well, no, actually take the Padres plus the points against the Dodgers. Take the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line against the Marlins. That game is going to be closer than what you realize. Take Colorado versus the Points against the Nats. I like Colorado, so take Colorado on the points. Um, take the take the Yankees on the run line. And that's it. I'm done. Damn. I talk too much. Anything else? Anybody got anything for me? Yeah, I'm done. The 17th looks a little better. Pittsburgh, Bailey Falter against Casey Mays. Right, that's going to be a good one on Tuesday. That's about the only one right now that I see it. Maybe the Red Sox. Okay, the Red Sox versus Seattle. Walker Brewer versus Brian Wu for Seattle. That's a good one. Robbie Ray with Seattle takes on Cleveland. Robbie Ray should have got that last loss, but whatever. Yeah, that's about it for Tuesday. Let's move it up. Now watch this. This is shitty. You got Andrew Henley for Pittsburgh versus Turk Screwball. Come on, man. Why y'all doing that? Give us what we want. Give us Paul Skeens versus Screwball. Son of a bitch. Why would they do that? Why? It's not like you get to see Pittsburgh again. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking they should let us see Screwball. Screwball and Paul Skeens get at it. Why you giving? Well, I kind of understand because, right? They want a chance to at least win one game, and if you put Paul Skeens against Screwball, you could still possibly lose that game, right? With Paul Skeens pitching, so you really don't have a chance to win in that series. So you're gonna probably, switch it up so you can probably at least muster one win. But look, I'm a firm believer, and if that's what you got, you put the big boys at it, man. You just get at it, right? Just get at it. If you lose, you lose. No guts, no glory. Fuck it. That's what I would be that kind of coach. I'm not gonna run away and just try to salvage a victory. You quitting already. You know what I mean? Come on, Pittsburgh. You got Henley. Henley is good, right? Henley is good. You got Keller. Keller's record may not reflect it, but Keller is good. You got Keller, you got Henley, and you got Skeens. Have more faith in these guys. Garrett Crochet against Seattle on Wednesday. That's actually a good one. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm baseball out. Love, peace, and hair grease. Happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. Enjoy your Father's Day. Get dad a beer. Get dad water. I don't drink beer, but I drink water. I drink, just get dad water. Get him something, I'm watching Sanford and Son. It's on in the background. What are you making? What are you making me for? Father's Day. What's for dinner? She's making me a steak and baked potato. Well, why do you have that up in front of you? What is that for? That's beef broccoli. Why are you looking at? Oh. No. That's fair. If it's, I had my glasses off. Enjoy your day, guys. Right? Have fun. Right? Don't get drunk, pops. Don't curse anybody out. Have fun. Do your thing. Watch football. Um, do what you need to do. Don't talk politics when you're coming to see Dad today, guys. Because all you're going to do is piss him off. And he's going to cuss your ass out with his beer in his hand. So don't talk politics. It's Daddy's day. Let him run the show. All right?